y'all? It's DJ Envy.
And I am Gia Casey.
And this is another edition of the KC Crew.
Welcome. Hello, 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 beautiful people.
Yes, it's February. Merry February. Happy Black History Month. And it is Gia's birthday month.
Yes.
That's right. So we're celebrating all month long. It's my baby's birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Now we had, over the weekend, we had a little shindig for Gia for her birthday.
Yep.
We had about 8 people in total, including us.
Mm-hmm.
So we followed the rules and regulations of New Jersey, whatever. Everybody got COVID tested before they got here, just to make sure to double check.
Days before. They had to send their results in days before Saturday, which was when we celebrated.
Right. So it was 8 of us in total, and Gia ordered enough food for 362 people. You name it.
I'm an over-orderer.
No, you name it. I mean, there was oxtail. There was oxtail empanadas. There was jerk chicken. There was jerk chicken tacos. There was, what's the
Fried
thing? The bread.
chicken.
What's the bread thing?
The bread
banana.
thing. Oh, sweet plantain.
Sweet plantains. There was
sweet potato.
Sweet potato. There was string beans or green beans. If
Brussels
you want to call them.
sprouts.
Brussels sprouts.
Mashed potatoes.
There was mashed potatoes. There was
fried lobster tails.
Fried lobster tail.
Lobster bites.
Lobster bites.
Coconut shrimp.
Coconut shrimp.
Salt and pepper shrimp.
Salt and pepper shrimp. Rice, macaroni and cheese.
Lobster fried rice.
Lobster fried rice.
No vegetables.
No veggies. Did I forget anything?
I'm sure you've got quite a few things, actually.
Yes, but the food was amazing.
If you come to our house, you will never starve.
No, never starve.
If I'm throwing a party. If nothing else, you are going to eat.
Right. And if you want to know who actually served the food, who delivered the food, who made the food, her Instagram is right here. I don't remember, so we're going to put the Instagram right here just so you know.
It's the same girl that catered for Christmas that we told you guys about. And we have no affiliation with her.
None.
She has no idea that we're mentioning her on the podcast. But just like then, when someone does an amazing job, we like to shout them out and give them their flowers. So in case you guys are having, as Rashawn calls it, a shindig, and you need a good caterer, she does amazing food. Everyone that was here was satisfied.
Yep, and she delivers. So it's pretty dope. She's Dominican and West Indian, so it's like the best of both worlds.
And I think she has her own restaurant in Brooklyn.
She does. Yep.
Yeah.
I've been there before. Yeah, really, really, really dope.
Yeah.
So we had this party. So we played Taboo, and Gia and I are very competitive. So Benz and I
who won?
Are very competitive, right?
Who won in Taboo? Go ahead, say it. Who won?
I don't know. But we're very competitive. So Benz and I are very competitive. Like Benz, even though she's my assistant, she's like a sister, right? So we are competitive about everything. We're competitive about working out. We're competitive about chasing the check. We're competitive about everything you could possibly imagine. We are competitive about, right? Including getting Gia's gift, right? So now,
oh my gosh.
When it came to getting Gia's gift, everything was closed, and Gia loves her Hermes, she loves her Birkins, she loves her Kelly. So I always make sure I get her something that's pretty dope. But because of the COVID and the pandemic, Hermes and a lot of the clothing stores and bag shops and bag stores have not been producing because all the factories have been closed. And we spoke about Birkins before, they're handmade, so they're very difficult to get at this time. Of course, your boy was able to get one. I got connections. I got the plug. Yo, what's up, Birkin with Hermes? Yo, I'm on my way. Oh, you need an appointment? Who needs an appointment? I'm here. I'm pulling up. Let me in. Open the door. Okay, I'm taking that. I'm out. That's how it usually goes.
Shout out to our sales assistant.
Yes. But, for the party, there was a couple of things I wanted to do because, of course, we couldn't have a big celebration. There's a huge snowstorm if you live on the East Coast, so we can't go out. Also, because of the pandemic, it pretty much sucks. So we try to do things special here. That's why we did the Halloween thing, because we couldn't go trick-or-treating. That's why we did, the Christmas photos, just so the kids remember. So for this, we did a party in Bermuda, I believe it was. Oh, it was Bermuda.
We didn't do a party. We attended a party.
I was down there DJing, and we attended a party while we were down there. And when we walked into this party, which was pretty dope, there was somebody giving everybody a small bottle of champagne with a metal straw for each person that came in. And in attendance, it might have been 100 people. So everybody who walked in got a small bottle of champagne and a straw, and it was just dope. It just looked amazing.
I've been wanting to have a party just so I could do that, just so I could bite that idea.
Right. So I said for birthday, I'm going to do the same thing. Thank God I don't have to do 100 people.
Go ahead.
It was
10 bottles.
10 bottles. But because of the pandemic, you realize that the small bottles, they haven't been making them like that. So I had to go to literally 20 liquor stores to find the small bottles of champagne in metal straws.
You had to drive all the way to New York City.
So I drove to...
And we live in Jersey.
Right. So I
Just to collect 10 bottles of champagne.
No, 8, because I found 2 in Jersey. So I was happy. I found 2 in Jersey, and then I drove to each store and nobody had them. So I had to drive to Manhattan and I found the other ones. I've been calling Hermes the last couple of times, but Hermes has been closed because of the pandemic. They don't open up on regular hours, and then you need an appointment. They will not let you in. So it's hard to get people on the phone. My lady, my girl, my homie, she called me and said, Envy, come by. So I went. Now, if you know Gia, and I'm not bragging, but Gia has a lot of Hermes bags. Gia has been collecting these bags for 15 years now. That's why it's funny when I hear people talking about it now. Gia has been collected for 15. These are investments for Gia. Gia wants to give it to her girls when she grows older. This is what Gia's mentality is. Same thing with her jewelry. When Gia passes, she wants to leave pieces for different daughters. Same thing with me. When I go, I want to leave different cars for different kids. They're investments. They hold their value. I was just talking to Estai, and I told him the car that I paid $15,000 for just sold for $150,000 a week ago, which is great. But anyway, so I got Gia back, came home. So now the party's going on. I give everybody their champagne. Everybody's drinking. We're having a good time. So I said, boom, I'm going to give Gia her gift. Now, my idea was one of the bag that I bought Gia is a black Birkin, size 35 with gold hardware. I know a lot of you like Envy. I don't give a fuck, but I'm going to tell you why. So Gia has a black Birkin in silver hardware. It's called Palladium. And Gia beats the shit out of this bag.
I don't.
In my opinion.
Hold on. No. Just for clarification, I don't beat the bleep out of that bag.
Okay, whatever.
It is my go everywhere bag. It's like an everyday bag for me. The bag does not have a nick, a scratch, a gouge, nothing. It is in perfect condition. I just wear it a lot. To you, that means I beat it up. I do not beat it up. It is beautiful.
It is beautiful, but Gia beats it up. She uses the ish out of it.
I use it.
This is the bag that she will put sneakers in there. You have before.
I would put sneakers in it, but I also have a bag insert, which means that my sneakers go in. It's not touching the inside of the bag. It's touching the inside of the insert. So let it be known, my bag is protected.
Okay, whatever. But I said, you know what? Since Gia beats the shit out of this bag.
I don't.
Since she wears it a lot. I said, I'm going to get her the same bag so it's fresh and new because she's had this bag for how long?
10 years.
10 years. She's had this bag for 10 years and she uses the bag. The other bag she has, I would say 70% of them she's never worn, never even opened, like nothing. They're still in the box. The other 30% she maybe wore once, maybe twice. That's it. But anyway, so this bag she beats up, she wears all the time. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to get another bag the same way, fresh, because I know how she likes her bags. So I drop the bag right next to her. I sit down like, yeah, what? She opens the bag, and when she opens the bag, she doesn't give an excited feel. It was just like, she looks at the bag, and I'm sitting there like, what? Excuse my French. What, bitch? You think this is fake? You think I buy fake shit?
No, stop it. You know that.
So she looks at it, and I'm like, what's up?
Wait, honestly, what were you really thinking when you saw me open it? What were you really thinking?
I was like, ill.
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 Wait. Sidebar. Mercedes took a video of it.
Yeah.
We're going to insert the video. Right,
and then you see the ill face. It looked like it looked like when she opened the bag and was shit in it and it just hit her like smacked in the nose, right?
What? The big box? Oh, there's always something else.
You just got me close to my birthday.
I did. Yo, look how she flips the top.
That is the process.
I know, I love it. Because she does this for every single one. The logo has to focus on.
This paper's made out of silk.
I know. I didn't know.
Silk paper.
I didn't know, but now I know. That's why I know now. How much the paper cost?
I can go faster than Jackson can. I can go so fast. Well, hey.
Not too close to the silk, girl.
I can go fast, but I can't.
Wait,
I can go faster
it's about
than
3 Kims.
I can go really fast.
I'm sitting on the couch chilling now. I'm smoking my hookah because we had hookah at the party, right? I have my own hookah. And let me shout out to one of my sisters, I call her. Her name is Ingrid. She got me a hookah for Christmas, and that's my own personal hookah. But
It's
anyway,
nice. It's like a custom made. She really put a lot of effort into it. You guys know Ingrid.
right, so shout out to Ingrid. I'm smoking my hookah, and I'm thinking to myself, ill, all right, cool. So she looks at it nasty, and I'm like, well,
I didn't look at it nasty.
look at it nasty.
I looked at it like
you see the pictures.
I looked at it curiously.
No, she looked at it nasty.
Yeah, I was curious.
So then I'm like, what's up? She was like, I have this bag. And I'm like, no, you don't. She's like, yes, I do. I'm like, I know every bag you have. I said, you have that bag in a smaller size you wear when you want to be petite. I said, but you ain't got this big bag because your bag looks all crazy because you didn't have it for 10 years. It's beat up. So now I got you another bag where you ain't got to wear that beat up bag. You can take that beat up bag back to the shop because they have, if you have like American Girl dolls or Barbie, they could take it back to the shop to restructure it and make it look pretty again. So I said, I got you this bag so they could send this bag back to Paris and restructure it and you good money. She was like, I have the same exact bag. I'm like, no, you don't. She was like, yes, I do. And so now we're arguing. I'm like,
He's telling me I don't have the bag.
so I'm like, I was like, I have a list of every bag that you have. And she was like, well, pull out the list. So I pull out the list and the bag is on it.
I was like, oh, look, there it goes.
So the bag was on it. But I'm still a little tight, act surprised. Like,
I wasn't surprised. I own it already.
Like,
there was no surprise.
I'm like, be happy. I'm like, all right, cool.
I was looking at it like, is this really, really, really dark navy blue? Could it possibly be a dark navy blue? Because I have this exact bag. And the thing is, there's different hardware, like he said. So there's gold hardware, there's palladium hardware, which is silver. And I have the small one with gold hardware. I have the larger one with palladium hardware, which is the one that he keeps claiming that I beat up. But about maybe 4 or 5 years ago, you bought me the black one with gold hardware to replace the one that you said that I beat up back then. No. So you had the same idea, bought it, and didn't even recall. But on top of it, you have a list. I have a list of them because, our bags are insured. So we sent it to our insurance company just to make sure that everything was as it should be. So you have a list that you could refer to. And I know you took the list with you to the store. How did you miss that? You bought me the same bag. So I'm sorry. The look was curiosity. I couldn't figure out why you rebought me the same bag that I already owned.
That wasn't even the stinker, right? So this is the stinker, right?
Oh, we're getting into that? Okay.
This is the stinker, right? So Gia gives his stink face. Cool. All right, we keep it moving. I'm a little tight. The Benz. Now this is the fucked up shit, right? You ever have somebody that use your name to get shit then tell you, oh, I got it? No, you got it off of this name.
Wait, hold on a second.
Off of the capital R-A-A, capital S-H-A-U-N. Rashawn. I'm not going to say DJ Envy. Rashawn.
Hold on a second. S-Dot is laughing, and S-Dot wasn't here for my birthday because he had another gig, right? So you know what happened? Did Mercedes tell you what happened?
So no, let me tell you. Let me finish the story. Right. So you know somebody that gets something and uses your name to get it. Cool. So this is what happened, right? Boom. So we had the conversation about Ray Dunn here on our podcast, right? So the people,
here she comes.
So the people watching, it was like, oh my gosh, we Ray Dunn hunters. Oh, we gonna do something special for Gia and her birthday. So the Dunn hunters say, you know what?
I love you guys.
What doesn't Gia have? So they send an email right? They don't know my email, so they send it to Benz. Hey, Benz, what does Gia don't have? We gonna do it. So Benz gets the stuff that, tells the Dun Hunters, yo, Gia don't have this.
I gotta
Gia
clear the
don't have
Dun Hunters
this,
now, son.
Gia don't have that. So they get all these different things that Gia doesn't have, right? Cool. Now the Dun Hunters say, yo, give it to Rashawn to give to Gia, right? Not Benz. Benz is like, no doubt, I got you, my nigga. Cool. So Benz drives and meets the Dun Hunters. Cool, she could have got stabbed, killed, and all that, but she met the Dun Hunters. Boom, she gets the stuff, right? Boom. So now,
Wait, the Dun Hunter could have really been the killer in disguise.
So now Benz is sitting back in the cut like a little sucker, like a little sniper, like a silent sniper. Benz is sitting in the cut. Now nobody knew Benz was taping when I dropped my bag off because Benz wanted the reaction, so she got the reaction. So now Benz is chilling in the cut. So now we all chilling. Benz is chilling.
Ben was like, "Word."
So then, now
but Benz was like, "Word, you got her bag she already had. Good job."
So Benz want to puff her chest. Benz want to puff her chest. Oh, you ready for me to give him my gift? I'm like, yeah, go get your little shit. Go get your little gift. That's it. All right. Just know, I pay regular price. I said, so did I. I pay regular price for that Birkin. She goes, no. When you bought, what is it? Potatoes, you pay 6 times. I was looking for it because I wanted to get it for regular, but you gonna just get it for 6 times? I'm gonna show you what a real nigga do. I said, what? I'm gonna show you what a real nigga do. I said, okay. Damn. So Benz drags this box over, right? Because Benz is so sore because she's working out, so she can't lift the box up, right? So she drags the box over, and in this box is mad Ray Dunn stuff that we couldn't find. So I'm sitting there like, word? How'd you find this stuff? Because I know you ain't find it here, and you ain't got the time to go to all these stores. So I just sat back and I relaxed. I said, all right, I'm gonna chill. So Ben starts taping when Gia opens up. Yeah! Oh! My God! My God!
That's what I did, though. That's what I did? Oh, okay. All right.
Nah.
I mean, I might as well have. I was so excited.
Yeah. They pull up salt and pepper. Salt and pepper's here. All different stuff.
No. Why are you going to leave out what she found that was like the unicorn?
I got pancake. Oh, this is... Oh,
she found
hold on. Wait.
Pancakes.
Wait, let me tell you.
Okay?
Hold on, let me tell you.
Pancakes.
So this is how Ben
I haven't seen pancakes in the tri-state area. Okay?
So this is how Ben tries to do it. She tries to bring London involved. And this is how it almost backfired. They had a little plan. London walks up to Gia. Do you believe in unicorns? So Gia was like, now Gia had a couple Baileys in her at the time. Gia goes, no, I don't believe no goddamn unicorns.
I didn't say I don't even use that word.
No real unicorn. London damn near starts crying.
That's not true. He's exaggerating. Don't believe him. That's
so Ben's telling her, come back. Do you believe in unicorns? Yeah. And then they gave her the pancakes. Pancakes is whack, right? Cool.
Yo.
But this is
you don't even understand what happened. She starts walking. I was like, wait, is that pancakes? And she was like, that's pancakes. Started ripping it open. And just as I anticipated, it was pancakes.
Whatever. Right? So now this is where she gets that. This is where she gets the boo. So boom. So now Benz has to pay it off. So now she calls.
Wait, hold on. Don't forget. She got jam and jelly.
Fuck jam and jelly.
2 jam and jellies.
Fuck them.
She got 2 Henrys. Henrys are the Ray Dunn stuffed animals that I like. I named them Henry. She got 2. So now I got twin Henrys for Valentine's Day.
All right, anyway.
She got some Easter Johns.
Anyway.
She got Easter candy. Hold up. And then she got a little Valentine's Day gnome. Listen, I'm lit.
So now this is what put the hat on. Is a hat out the bag out the hat, whatever it was. So now Ben's got to pay it off, right? I ain't got to pay mine off because I did that. So what Ben's doing? She FaceTime. Now it's a girl that I don't never seen before, that Gia never seen before, that Ben's never seen before, right? Hi! Oh my gosh! And Benz goes, well, this is the Dun Hunter that listened to the podcast that sent the email and said that I was gonna get it for Rashawn for you. So now Gia's talking to the real person that got it and real person that found it. They have like a little Dun Hunter gang that goes across the whole United States to find things and got it for Benz. And then they said, what did they say? you know, Benz, that's not right. We got it for Rashawn. Next time we'll get things for Rashawn. Because it's not right. And that's how she got it. See,
Benz, is that true?
See, she had
That's
to
not
call
true.
people to go get things. I got mine
objects.
on my own.
You want to come? Come here. That's what I'm talking about. Come here. State your case. State your case.
I'm gonna go behind here.
All right.
Benz ain't got no mic.
Oh, I got no mic. I'll talk loud enough.
Wait, hold on.
You hear me?
Hold on. I'm
Where's
gonna
the third mic?
give you my mic.
All right, hold on.
Here's my mic.
Can you hear me?
They can hear you.
Okay.
Can you
Boss,
hear that?
you lying. You mad salty. After she got that Birkin that she already had,
Word.
the expression was like, oh, thank you. Thank you. Then I said, you know what? Gia, you ready for your gift? She said, yeah. I said, London, go ask her. Well, Gia did play me on this part, but that's the only part she played me on.
I didn't understand.
London said, do you believe in unicorns? Gia goes, whoever told you that is stupid.
No, you didn't say that.
Something like that. Okay, maybe she didn't. Whoever, there's no such thing as unicorns or something like that. What did you say? I don't even know the line that you said. So I was like, London, go back. Tell her again.
I said, whoever told you that unicorns actually exist lied to you.
There you go.
That's what I
okay.
said.
It is what she said.
See how they misquote me?
But listen, the reaction, let me tell y'all something. I only got up here because I look crazy, but I came up here because her reaction for that Ray Dunn pancakes, okay, was bigger than the Birkin. Play the clip, S.
Lie. I believe in them. Bitch. They didn't lie. Bitch. They didn't lie.
Is that motherfucking pancakes? I'm doing a butterfly on
How much you paid for potatoes? How much you paid for potatoes? How much you paid for potatoes?
I'm telling you.
I need the story.
Wait. Where'd you get it?
Where'd you get it? Don't worry, just open. You're lying. Yeah, so I can know what it is. It's not still wrapping. Let's go.
That's a pancake when he won, but that's found out.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
So what?
I'm going to tell you all about it. How much you paid for potatoes? How much you paid for potatoes? How much did you pay for potatoes? I wanted to know. That's not it.
So y'all saw the clip. Y'all saw her reaction. It was naturally excitement. And I just want to tell you something, boss.
Wait,
What?
we do have the clip from
Yes.
when I opened up the Ray Dunn?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. They just watched it.
Okay.
Boss, how you feeling?
I'm good.
You was so salty.
I'm good.
But remember when you FaceTime me? The only reason why I did that is remember when you FaceTime me when you got potatoes? Knowing I was driving to probably like 30 stores looking for potatoes. You called me and said, I'm the real nigga. I'm the real nigga in this relationship. That's what you said. Did you not?
I did.
Did you not?
I did.
And then you hung up, right?
Yep.
So what happened on Gia's birthday?
All right. I mean, you got that, but tomorrow we gonna take that Birkin back, and we gonna get a color that she wants.
But it don't matter. You after the fact though.
Then I'll be very happy.
She's gonna be, but not as happy as potatoes and 2 jam and jellies.
Pancakes.
Hey yo, I mean pancakes. But listen, shout out to the Ray Dunn Hunters out there. I gonna put the little name there. I appreciate y'all. Real, this is gang
Hold
all
on.
day.
So bad.
You don't have no mic.
Oh, here you go.
Now, Benz,
wait.
because I'm gonna just prove one. I'm gonna say one thing. I just want y'all to remember, right? All you people that listen to the podcast and ride with us,
hold up.
that ride to the podcast, you know me, right? So just the thing I want you to remember. A long time ago, when we were in college,
Oh, this dude crazy.
a nigga bought Gia a watch. What did I do with the watch?
Oh.
Let me tell you something. If you do that to pancakes,
What did I do to that watch?
Oh.
I ran over that one.
We told that story on a previous
People that don't know, let them know.
Long
When
story
other
short.
people be buying my wife stuff. Let them know what happened.
No. I'm not going to tell the whole story. I'm going to give like, I don't know, maybe the 30-second story. We were in college. I was at a mall. Thank you. A guy took notice of me chatted me up, asked if we could be friends. I said we can't be friends. I went into the store. I was looking at Movado watches at the time. I guess he was kind of in the cut, stalking me. He saw what I was looking at. I didn't buy it. I walked away. I went back to my car, and then there was a Movado on my windshield.
So romantic.
Yes.
Very romantic.
So I was like, well, I had a little note, his number, little message, whatever. So I go home and I show Rashawn and I'm like, oh my gosh, look what this dude. And I tell him the whole story. Left on my windshield. And he was like, word. He took the Movado in the Movado box, put it behind the tire of his Jetta and reversed over.
Petty. You're petty.
I was like, even if I didn't wear it, it could have been a gift for your mom or my mom. Or we could have given it to a friend. You just resorted it to nothing. I'm like, that's $1,000 watch that you just ran over, which was a big deal, especially at the time. You know what I mean? You're the worst.
You better not
you
do
know,
that to pancakes.
hold on. So, Benj, you know what he said to me?
What did he say?
So the next morning after my birthday, right? We're cuddling. We wake up. He looks me in the face. He was like, so you really like that Ray Dunn-ish better than your Birkin?
So now as that
Hold on, a tear started. He squeezed a little tear out his eye. It trickled down his cheek and hit the pillow, and water soiled the pillow. And I was like, no.
So as that play the clip of me running over the pancakes right now, please.
Stop it.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Play that clip.
Wait. So he said to me, he was like, nah, for real? I'm not even gonna front. If Benz was Jonathan, I would have lost.
I'm out.
Now, if you don't know who Jonathan is, Gia had to pick between me and Jonathan when we were in high school, and she picked me. And I said, if Benz was Jonathan, I would have lost. But so all night it became a competition. So when it became time to play Taboo, it was me versus Benz. Benz was a captain, I was a captain. I ain't want Gia on my side because Gia was all So I picked
and we waxed y'all.
We picked the crew over here. And yeah, we did lose.
We did a little Mr. Miyagi,
We did lose.
Daniel-san.
We did lose.
Okay.
We did lose. But it was
Get
all
your
for,
Taboo game up.
it was all for fun. You know, we played Taboo, you know. I had a couple people on my team that really didn't know how to play. You know what I
That's
mean?
not true.
Like,
he had Dahlia on his team, who you guys know is a doctor and a scientist, and y'all still lost.
Yeah, but we also had Choker. You know, the Choker is the
Choker's on my side.
Her husband was here, and he came, and he was making up his own rules. Like, for instance, one of the words was whistle, right? So you know you have to give clues. So if you never played Taboo, let's say it's whistle. So you got to be like noise you make with your mouth. So instead of doing that, he was like whistle.
I was like,
You can't do
this word better not be
He
whistle.
also did, and now I'm not joking, but he did two that was funny. He did the whistle one that was
With
funny.
the zombie?
No, not the
The
zombie.
zombie was funny too.
Africa. So it was javelin, right?
It was, javelin. Yeah.
Javelin. So he goes, Africa.
And they throw these in Africa.
He's in Africa. He was all
Yeah, you
confused.
took an L with him on your team. But
We'll get him back next time.
we beat them.
Yeah.
We beat them.
Yeah, they beat us. So, but it was a good birthday.
It was everything that I wanted. I wanted low key. I wanted only a handful of people.
and a lot of food.
I wanted a lot of food, and I wanted to play games. That's all I wanted for my birthday. I didn't want to go to dinner. I didn't want to have a big celebration. I just wanted something low key. On our invite, it said pajamas and sweatsuits or basketball shorts and tank tops, like whatever. Like, you're going to eat. We don't have to eat at the table. We can eat on the floor in this room, you know, just like chill out and whatnot. That's exactly what I wanted. So
Yeah, it was
that's what
really-
I got. It was perfect.
It was really cool.
perfect,
So shout to Choka. Shout to Ingrid, Dahlia, Choka's husband. Shout to who else?
Charisma.
Charisma. Maddie was here.
Benz, Maddie.
Benz. Don't forget anybody. No.
We are, I'm sure.
No, that was it.
Dahlia.
Dahlia and
I
Dahlia.
already said Dahlia. And Dahlia. That was it, right?
Yeah, that was it. So it was
Yeah,
a cool little thing.
Mhm.
You know, also this week was crazy too because you talk about forgiveness, right? And not even forgiveness, just getting things out in the open. So if you don't know, I started doing mornings with Miss Jones. Miss Jones was a radio personality on Hot 97 who really got my kick in mornings. So I was doing mornings with Joe Button. That lasted for about 2-3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. Joe Button just didn't want to do it. He was a rapper at the time. Pump It Up had just came out. He was big. He would be, he'd be in the studio. Then he would have to do morning radio. He'd be falling asleep under the console. He didn't really want to do it. So they brought Miss Jones in to work. Miss Jones could have got rid of everybody and said, no, I'm doing this over. But she gave me a shot. That shot lasted 3 years, 4 years maybe. And, everybody was trying to get rid of me. They wanted somebody else in there. They felt like I didn't have enough experience. And Jones was like, no, I like Envy. He's loyal and we're going to rock with each other. So it was me, Miss Jones, and Michael Sean for a majority of that time. And she kept me there. When Jones's contract was up, she went back to Philly. When she went back to Philly, I stayed at Hot 97 for a little bit. And then I went over to Power 105.1. And then I was doing afternoons. And then they wanted me to do mornings. I was supposed to do the mornings. It was supposed to be DJ Envy's morning show. I didn't want the morning show because I always felt like if I lost, I can't go back to afternoons, which I was doing great. I felt like if I lose, my name's on the marquee. So I wanted to do something where, all the members had
Equal
just enough
stakes.
equal power, equal whatever you want to call it. So we all have enough, I would say, input in it. And, Charlamagne was the first one, and me and him was talking, and then Angela Yee came, and we all worked great together. And that's how, the Breakfast Club was born. But a lot of it came from me being able to do mornings with Miss Jones and learning how to do mornings with Miss Jones. I haven't spoke to Jones in about 15 years when the show ended. It was a lot of he say, she say, something happened that she thought I said, and something that she thought I said. And, I'm petty. So if I feel like somebody's going against me, I cut you off immediately. So when the OWN show came off, Behind Every Man, Gia talked about Miss Jones and was like, the icon, the legend Miss Jones gave my husband his first start in mornings. And we just talked about that. And Miss Jones heard that and was like, wow, like people, he really remembers and really is grateful that I gave him that start. And
She had an impact.
Yeah, she
had a true
he really
impact.
appreciates what I've done. Most people don't appreciate that. So she reached out to me. And not to do anything, but just to say, hey, how you doing? Let's have a conversation. And we had a great conversation. And we just talked about everything. It was nothing about business, just about how her kids are. And I FaceTimed her, we FaceTimed when her kids were there. So we Zoomed with her kids. And then my kids came in. And we just talked about the good old times. And, we talked about possibly doing like a reunion show. And at first she was like, I don't know if I want to do it. And just hearing her and speaking to her, when you can hear somebody still has it, I heard that she still had it. And I was like, you know what, Jones, you did a lot for me. I want to do the same for you. I think that you should be back on radio. And whatever I need to do to get you back on radio, let's do it. And she was like, well, let's do a reunion show, a podcast, and go from there. And I said, bet. So she called Michael Sean, which is the comedian he said he was in. She called Miss Research. She was in. She called Shawnee Culture and Jay Black, and everybody was in to do the show. And, we talked about many different ideas and how we were going to pull it off. And I was like, let's just do it. So she came up with everything and we did it. And the first show is out right now. It's a podcast and it sounded great. But that's not even why I was saying that's great. But, me, who's somebody so petty that holds grudges, it would just felt good to speak to Jones again. When I did the show with Jones, and the reason I'm telling you the story is because sometimes you don't want to have a conversation, you don't want to forgive, you don't want to let bygones be bygones, you don't want to have those conversations. And usually I'm that person. But with Jones, it was like she was somebody that gave me a shot. And not only gave me a shot, she put me through morning show boot camp. Like this was, I'll put it like this. The stuff that we did back then, we would have been fired for. There was no, and I always say like Michael Jordan. If you ever see stories of Michael Jordan and he's playing basketball, he's tough on his teammates. He's roughing them up. He's throwing them up against walls because he wants to win that bad. You can't do that now. If you get mad at somebody, yell at somebody, scream at somebody, rough them up, you're getting fired. Jones was able to do that in a loving way and teach us how to do radio. And I'm just glad that I took that call. I'm glad I called her back. I'm glad we were able to talk because she is going to be in some really, really big situations soon, and I can't wait to see it. I think she's great. And you heard the first show. What
Yes.
was your opinion on the first show?
He sent it to me, and he texted me back like, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes in, and I'm like, she still has it.
Mm-hmm.
She has not skipped a beat. And it made me happy. It made me happy to watch a woman who was a trailblazer.
Mm-hmm.
She was a trailblazer. To watch someone like that stop and be able to start again without a hitch. And for me, it was great to imagine where she would go from there.
Mm-hmm.
For me to imagine, like, wow, this could be a radio. I'm like, she could do radio again.
Mm-hmm.
She could do another morning show. She could be your competition. You know what I mean? Like, she really is great. And some people, it's just undeniable what they have. Their talent, and it's just natural for her. And she's funny, and she pushes boundaries. And she's what I appreciate with any type of radio or any type of talk show or whatever is someone that asks the questions that people want to hear the answers to. If you're not answering the questions, I'm changing the channel, you know? And shame on you if you're the host and you're not asking the questions. She's that host that asks the questions and does it in an entertaining way. Like, I was laughing. They took a call from Usher, who was promoting a fragrance, and that whole piece was funny.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, even Michael Sean, I'm like, wow, he still has it. Like, I'm literally here laughing and enjoying a podcast. And to be honest with you guys, I've never seen another podcast besides our own. You know, like, I don't watch podcasts. I don't listen to podcasts. So that was probably like the first, I've heard like a piece of a podcast here, like when it's posted or if it's controversial or if it goes viral. But that was the first podcast I actually sat through besides our own. And I was impressed. I was entertained. And I really think that she's great.
Yeah. So just definitely check out her podcast because she's got a lot of big things on the way. I just feel it. And I'm going to support her as much as I can, you know. I hope she doesn't do morning because then she'll be my competition.
That's what I said.
So I'm hoping it's nights or afternoons or something that I could be a part of.
Nah, she has to do mornings.
Nah, because then she's competition.
She has to do mornings.
But I hope it is nights or afternoons, something that I could be a part of.
It's nice to see a woman that can take the bull by the horns.
She's doing big things, and I'm going to continue to support her and push her. And I push her. I push the shit out of her because I push her because I know she's...
Well, because you believe in her.
Yeah, because I believe in her.
Yeah.
And I also know that, you know, because of who I am and what I do, I'm able to push a little further. You know, when she was doing the thing, she was able to push a little further, and she pushed the shit out of me to make sure I was there. So I'm going to continue to push her and look for big things. And I just want to say that because sometimes having that conversation, getting things out in the open, it just makes life better. And she's a very loyal person, and she would still punch a chick in the face for me. You know what I mean? And I love that. So shout to Jones.
Tell them the name of her podcast.
It's going to be called Conversations with Miss Jones, I believe, but right now it's the Miss Jones in the Morning Show reunion. And I just heard today that Ebro is going to be on a couple of episodes because people know Ebro was on that too. So that's going to be dope.
So it was you, her, and Ebro, right?
No, the show changed many variations.
And Donnell Rawlins was a part of it at one point.
Time. Stephen A. Smith was on it for a while ago. Ebro was on for a while. Todd Lynn, the comedian, was on for a while.
Todd Lynn, yep.
He passed away, so rest in peace, Todd Lynn. Michael Sean, of course. And that was pretty much it. But it had different variations. But it was Rosenberg was there for a little bit.
But you and Jones were always the two constants.
Me and Jones was always there, the two constants. Yeah, absolutely. We were the two that stayed there the longest, and we rolled with each other. So I can't wait for you guys to hear it. All right, well, let's get to the email of the week. Greetings. After almost 6 years of marriage, my wife expressed to me that she does not like giving me head. Throughout our time dating for a year, I feel like she did it more, and she's agreed. Head is something that has been brought up time and time again in our marriage, and the conversation would always end with her saying, yes, you're right. If this is something my husband likes, I need to do better at doing it. But last week, the truth came out. She said, oral sex to her, both doing it and receiving it, is degrading and not intimate. She used to say she liked doing it, but it came out that she only said that because she knew I liked it. And I started to realize the older I get, the more I like head. She said she's still going to do it whenever she feels like it, and I should stop asking, which is confusing to me. And to me, the only thing that feels like head is jacking off, which I don't prefer to do. It sounds to me like she's conflicted. She wants to give her husband what he wants, but really doesn't like the things she has to give. So the conversation ended, basically by her saying, I'm just going to have to suck it up and get it in when she feels like doing it. And now that leaves a husband yearning for a sexual act that his spouse used to do, but only perform 6 times a year. What are your suggestions? What do you think?
What do you think? You're the guy.
You know what's weird? And we were having this conversation the other day, right?
We were.
No, this conversation. We were saying that when we were younger, we had more sex than head. Both ways.
Oh yeah, we did have that conversation.
Both head
yeah.
and yesterday. And
we engaged in more intercourse than oral sex.
Correct. And now that we've been in a relationship longer, we more oral than intercourse. Yeah. 50-50.
I would say 50-50.
Before it was 70-30, now it's 50-50.
I would say so, yes.
Right. And I told her, and this is going to sound like some old man shit.
It's definitely some old man-ish.
But I'm lazy. I ain't gonna front. I like to sit back, relax, and enjoy. That's me. I also like to please. You know what I mean? The days of me fucking for hours ain't there no more. I'll be honest with you, and this is gonna be embarrassing.
Wait, I want to see if you're gonna say what actually happened during the conversation. I want to see if we're thinking the same thing. Go ahead.
So, the last couple of I would say the last couple of months in the pandemic, we've been having a lot of. Can you close the door, please? We've been having a lot of. Wait for the door to close. Close the door.
Someone just hurt themselves.
Yeah, somebody just fell. So during the pandemic, we've been having a lot of sex, and I ain't gonna lie. We've been having it so much that I'm sore. I don't know about you. But my legs are sore, my feet are sore, my pelvic bone is sore. Like everything is sore right now, right? Right?
Uh-huh.
Fun. And we've been going at it. Like, I ain't gonna say back when we were in college, because we would go like that, we would fuck for hours and it'd be fine. But like to the point where I'd be like tired, like mounds of sweat. Am I lying?
The amount of sweat that you left in my belly button yesterday was so ridiculous. I'm like, it's like a puddle in my belly button. But yeah, you be sweating.
So I understand what he says. He likes head more because you ain't got to work as much. Like you ain't got to put in the effort. You ain't got to worry about your legs being sore.
I thought that you were going to talk about the fact that he said to me, all right, so like, how do you want me to do it right now? Like, how do you like it? Like, what do you want right now? What are you thinking right now? I was like, I want you to be on your knees and I want you in between my legs. And, and he was like,
nah, B.
I can't.
My knees ain't doing that.
My knees are bad.
My bad knees. Fuck that shit.
What?
Look, I'm going to be honest. And this is going to be...
Wait. Then he told me, oh, it's because I was a catcher when I used to play baseball.
Yeah.
It done caught up with me.
Right. It's not the sexiest combo, but when I was a kid, I played baseball and I was a catcher. So I always used to be in the squat position. I did that for 8, 9, 10 years. So my knees hurt when I do it now. So I can't, now somebody can get on their knees. I can't even get on my knees because my knees are that bad. So Gia was like, yeah, get on your knees. And I'm like, what? Get on my what? Nah, B, it's not going to happen. But anyway. But
those days are over.
Those days are over. But so... I understand that you like head the way that you do because I do as well. Now, if Gia said, I'm not doing that, I don't know where we would stand because I love it so much. I'm like, we'd have to do something, you know? And
what do you mean something? We do a whole lot of everything else.
No, so. I mean, but if he likes that and prefers that.
Oh, you mean we have to come to some type of agreement?
Some type of agreement. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But like if he likes it, you know, and then, you know, you only get it 6 times a year, head 6 times a year. I mean, what is he going to do? Does he buy a doll, a sex doll, and just do that with the sex doll? Like, what do you do? What can he possibly say to his wife to be like, okay, I get it. you know, she's just gonna have to really just suck it up, literally, and
Exactly.
and swallow. Literally.
When he said, I'm going to have to suck it up, I was thinking to myself, she's going to have to suck it up.
Yeah.
How I really feel, and some of you feminists might really disagree with me, and that's okay. I'm going to tell you what I really, really think.
You tell them.
Sex is important. I think some people don't realize how important sex is, and not just because it feels good, but because it's an intimate way of communicating your love to the person that you're with. And for a married couple to have a relationship where one is desperately yearning for something and the other refuses to provide that, I do think that that is kind of selfish, but that's just my opinion. If it were something that hurts, if it were something that's dangerous, if it was something that's risky, then I would understand. You know, you can't expect me to do something that might be harmful to my body or cause me pain or be dangerous in some way, shape, or form. I understand that. Her reason is that she's disgusted by it. And I'm a little conflicted because I don't want to take away from how she may feel about it and what her outlook is on it, but that's a normal part of sexual activity between a man and a woman. He didn't just discover it or dream it up. So I really do think that despite how she feels about it, she should aim to please.
I agree.
Because that's what a sexual relationship between two people is. I mean, you have to be selfish and you also have to aim to please. It's about reciprocity. We both should leave this experience satisfied and happy and wanting to engage in it again. I almost think that, oh gosh, you guys might be really upset about this, but I almost think that it's part of her job as a wife to please and to engage in things like that. The same way that if it were a man saying that, and I know plenty of men that say this, and I've had this conversation before. One friend, two friends in particular, that really detest performing oral sex on women. They think it's disgusting and that part of the body is nasty.
We were going to do another email, but I don't want to do another email because we're going to go along with this because I want to talk about that too. Is that cool with you?
Okay, that's fine. That it's nasty and women are dirty and women are this and women are that. Hold on a second. You said what?
He said he's type bad man. That's bullshit. Jamaicans they don't eat pussy.
But anyway,
Jamaicans don't eat pussy.
That's a myth. Jamaican men they're probably the most vagina eating species out there.
Isn't a penis dirtier than a vagina? Because at least a woman wipes her vagina, right? When she pees.
I don't think so. I agree with a lot of women are dirty.
Because
a lot of women are dirty.
A lot of dudes are dirty.
I've been around dirty women.
Dirt digglers out there.
I have been around women where standing next to them, me fully clothed, her fully clothed, I can smell what's going on in her pants, and I have been offended. A lot of women don't know how to clean themselves. A lot of women will be suffering from something and not go to the doctor and have it treated. If I were a guy, I would think twice about. I wouldn't just be.
Oh, so you understand? Maybe.
No. I understand men. Not, but what I'm saying is, if this is your woman,
but maybe he's having problems. Maybe he stinks down there. Maybe he got a bush down there. Maybe it's something where she don't want to touch.
I don't know.
maybe it's a deeper reason.
I got the impression that she's just disgusted by the act of it. And I also know females that are disgusted by the act of it. And I've told them the same thing. Like,
suck it
you
up.
have to put on your big girl panties and please your boyfriend, please your fiance, please your husband. That's what a sexual relationship. And maybe it's because, and you know what? I'm going to be honest. Maybe it's because I'm such a pleaser that that's where my opinion is rooted. So for some of you, I may be off base, but I can only speak from my own perspective. I couldn't imagine how it would feel to be with my partner and know that he's walking away unsatisfied. Or when he turned over, it was like,
yeah, I mean,
I couldn't.
I don't get it either. I don't know how a guy can't want to please his wife.
That.
I mean, even on period time, like you just don't go in, you hit the top.
Awesome.
It is what it is.
Awesome.
Don't look like that. You never ate pum pum on period?
Great.
No.
Well, he can't relate.
I just instead of going inside, just play the top.
It works.
Sorry.
Did you pull the string right here?
Nah, just put the string to the side. It's all good, but go ahead. Look, we're grown. I'm grown.
This is too much. Wait, hold on. Now it's going down. But yeah, so I can't relate to her feeling okay with that. I would be disappointed. I would be
it has
dissatisfied.
To be something deeper. If she used to do it and all of a sudden stop, it has to be something that made her stop.
Well, the way that it sounds, and I could be wrong, but it could be that she did it before they got married because maybe she wanted to get married. And then maybe once they got married, she felt comfortable, complacent. And a lot of people do that behind several different fronts in a relationship. You know, a guy might be a gentleman and chivalrous and sweet and go out of his way for you. And then once you get married, all that stuff starts to fall by the wayside, you know, because it's like, all right, well, I got you now. You're not going anywhere. So I don't have to pull out all the stops the way that I did when we were dating or when we were just engaged. Now I feel comfortable and I know that I've got you. Absolutely. So it could have something to do with that. Or it could be that maybe he's not pulling his weight in the relationship. And she may be dissatisfied with things that he's doing in the relationship. And she might be thinking to herself like, I don't even like doing that. I'm not going out of my way and making myself feel uncomfortable and disgusted for bleep's sake. You pull your ish together or start satisfying me on these other fronts, and then maybe I'll be happy to suck it up and do it for you. So now, if that's funny to you, Estat. Oh, okay.
Pun intended.
Pun intended. But if that's kind of along the lines of her reasoning, then I get it. If it's just because she's disgusted, then I think that she's to put on her big girl panties. But it could be, and I could relate to that. You know, I can understand that. You know, like if I'm irritated with you because there's things that I wish that you did in this relationship or that I wish that you did better, maybe it's going to make our sexual relationship suffer. Maybe I'm not going to go all out of my way to make sure that you're pleased and satisfied. Do you know what I mean? So maybe it could be a form of spite or a form of I don't give a bleep. Oh, you don't like it? Oh, you're not happy? Oh, well, maybe I'm kissing my teeth when I turn over. You know what I mean? I could understand that too. But like I said, if it's just about being disgusted.
Look, Ma, grow up, right? If you're watching this, homie, watch this with your girl, grow up. That's your man. That's your husband. You have to please him. Make him feel better. He pleases you. Sometimes you have to do something. Nobody's saying do something disgusting. Take care of your man. He likes this. You did it before. Do it now. Suck it up. Literally. If you don't like the way it tastes, put a blow pop around it or something like that. If you don't like the way it feels, you know, just and then use your hands. Like do a little bit of it. You know, more hands, less mouth. Be comfortable with it. And same thing with you. You should be eating her out all times of the day. Wake her up in the morning, eating her out. Put her to sleep, eat her out. Turn around, put her on knees, eat her from the back. Look all the way up. Do all of that. Like, make it enjoyable. You know, you do it. You have to please your man, and fellas, you have to please your girl. Like, it is what it is. Why are you raising your hand? What?
What if?
He says, what if? Go ahead. See, he throws in a curveball. He says,
you're doing too much.
He says, what if when she was younger, she was
molested or something.
But that's a different situation.
That's
and
a whole
they had
different.
that conversation.
And I think
I'm
if
sure
that's
they
the
would have,
case,
he
he would have already known, and that would have been included in the email. So I don't think it's anything
that's that.
like
And the reason I don't think that's that is because she used to do it, and I think she doesn't like to do it. Maybe she doesn't like the way it feels. Maybe she doesn't like the way it feels in her throat. I don't know, but I think you need to have that question and see if there's a deeper problem. See, it's because she doesn't like the taste. See, it's because she gets hair in her mouth. You have to go through those concepts to see what it is.
Yeah. You just always got to do
Back in the day, you used to pull a hair out your mouth, remember?
Okay, Rashawn. You're being very graphic.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. So yeah, tell your girl to watch this and really, you got to please each other. Like women out there, you got to please your man. And what's that phrase? What you won't do, somebody else will. Please your man, fellas. You have to please your girl. All that me no eat no poom poom. Me no eat no poom poom. There's a Yankee out there that will. So you keep playing. And a Yankee out there will be eating your girl's poom poom. So what do you tell them?
I think that it's important for him to convey to her how much he enjoys it and how much he feels as though he's missing out. And maybe they can talk about what lovemaking means to each of them. Because she may look at it as just an act. And he might even look at it as just an act. But if they get to the heart of it and understand that, it's called making love for a reason.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's actual lovemaking. And if they're each able to convey how they feel about lovemaking, then they might get closer to being on the same page of what the act can look like when they're demonstrating their love for each other. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like sometimes when you define something, it brings you like out loud to another person in a conversation. It can bring about a deeper understanding about what it actually is. Because she honestly may just be looking at it as an act, like a dirty little act. And, I don't know how he feels about reciprocating the same thing. But maybe if he does reciprocate the same thing, he can talk to her about what that means to him to give her that type of pleasure. And they can talk about pleasure and pleasing and things along those lines. And maybe that'll help them to get on the same plane.
Yeah, or if that doesn't work, just tell her just to kiss the tip. Just kiss the tip. Just a little bit. Just then lick it. Just
and if she said, and now let's take it one little step further. If she says no.
Well,
because basically he's saying he gets it once every 2 months. Mm-hmm. Right? He says 6 times a year. So if she's like, no, like this, it is just what it is. Does he just take it? Because he has no choice.
Yeah, what else could he do?
Right?
We'll have that conversation and hopefully it works out for you, brother. If not, Vino is always the lotion of choice, bro. All right. Well,
all righty.
Good luck. Well, if you want to email us, you can thekcrew@gmail.com. That's THEEKCrew@gmail.com. Also, I'm going to be in Atlanta February 28th. We're doing a seminar. We're back doing seminars in the states that's open. So if you guys got your PPP loans or you got your tax income, what is it called? Your stimulus check or your tax returns, and you want to invest some money, Caesar and I, which is my partner, Flippin' NJ, we do real estate. We've been doing it for a while now. And if you want to learn more about real estate, I want to see you in Atlanta. It's going to be 30% of capacity. So it's not going to be, usually we get about 2,000-3,000 when we come to Atlanta. Now it's going to be under 1,000. Everybody's going to be 6 foot away, social distancing. I had to hire social distancing police. So it's police officers that make sure people are socially distancing. They're making sure people are wearing masks. There will be hand sanitized there. So we will be as safe as possible, but we'll get to learn and teach you guys some information that we learn of how we flip homes and also how we have homes with tenants. So we'll have like credit repair. We'll have people from some of these websites that we buy these houses from to tell you how to get the great price and the great home. We'll have attorneys there. We'll have conventional lenders, hard money lenders, and all that. So if for more information, click the link in my bio. There's not too many tickets available because, like I said, capacity is only 30%. And I hope to see you guys there February 28th in Atlanta. All right. It's time to get up out of here. I got a preview an early look at Coming to America 2. So we're about to go watch Coming to America 2.
We about to go get our cuddle on.
That's right, and go watch Coming to America 2.
Rub your back.
So hopefully it is great and
rub
amazing.
Your
Because that is my favorite.
or rub your head.
Which head?
That one.
Oh, that is my favorite movie of all times, Coming to America. So hopefully Coming to America 2 does not disappoint. And we will see you guys next week. All right, I'm DJ Envy.
And I am Kia Casey.
And that's another edition of the Casey Crew.
Toodles.